Thanks, Eddie. All right, we're probably waiting for 9:45 news if I had to guess. Um, there's 9:45 news, and then I think orange folder at 10. So that is probably what we're waiting on. Yeah, I saw you were long there. Does only thing that doesn't appeal to me is the inside 15, but here in a couple seconds it'll be out of there. Right there it is. All right, back to this. Right, right. Watching this for a 2-1-2 up. It is before my trade window by a couple minutes, but setup looks very valid long. NQ breaking out a little bit here. Two one two up on NQ. Minute 14 left on this 5-minute candle. One 15 seconds here. Good morning, YouTube. Thoughts on Netflix? I don't really watch Netflix. Morning, Jess. Morning, Deontay. Morning, Karen Beer. Saul, what do you mean when you say something is a statistical stop loss? Well, you have those. If you trade your system, you're going to have losers, and if you trade your system properly, you'll have statistical losers. And that's what a statistical stop is. Huge move up. Two one two up on the daily chart on NQ. Weekly's inside. I assume month's red still. Yeah, month's red. See if this drops below 500s. Valid longs here. Got buy stops at 17.521.25. If this goes 2 down, I'll cancel it. So buy stops above the previous high. Putting it on for now in case this next two blows up. We do have news at 10, so I don't want to be entering a position a couple minutes before that, but all right, canceling that order after that 3 bar. New 5er incoming. Still technically valid longs. Well, over a previous candle high. So probably not looking for anything until a change character here on the 1 or the 15 goes back to being enforced to up. So I'd need to get over 77, 75. I need to get better at looking at swings to start the day. Let's get in force here on the weekly. See if we have more. So this is where I like this new change they have. So I'm not really looking for anything while this 5 is inside. So if I'm going to get into something, it's probably going to be looking long, just looking at this fair value gap. And it's not going to be until this 5-minute close is inside. So we're going to take a look at swings for a sec. Okay. Got ABBV, Morgan Stanley's here, ADP, Citi, JPM. And we do have to be careful looking at these because we're starting to get into earnings season. So we certainly don't want to be caught before that. That's for sure. One minute left on this 5-minute candle. All right, looking longs off this 5-minute candle. 222 continuation would be the setup here. Valid on the 15. All right, I'm in long 17, 5, 12, 75. See if it can break through this previous high here. There's 10 points, stop loss break even. All right, stopped out break even, 10 points. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, huh? Yeah, it only sucks on days like yesterday when I was getting tagged and then tagged out. But I probably saved more money just from slippage than I would if I closed manually at 10 points. You know, maybe I would have closed at -5 or whatever. So it's nice. It keeps me out of my own way, which is usually my struggle. Yeah. Yeah. All right. No trades for the next couple minutes for me. Closing Carvana and XBI, so all flat on the swings. Right. I did see that I got pinged. Danny said, yeah, lots of news at 9:45 and 10. 10 o'clock news is minor, but it's a medium folder news, medium impact. So we'll see how that translates when it comes out, if it's actually medium impact or not. "30 seconds till news. Make sure you're out of positions you don't want to be in and in positions you do want to be in." It's weird. Are they trade evates? Hmm. Yeah, usually rhythmic's instant. Yeah, not as volatile of a candle here. 15's inside, but could get a 2-2 reversal on the 5 here. All right, I'm taking a short here, 90.50. 2-2 reversal on the 5. Stopping out here, minus 15. Hmm. 2-2 rev. I played the breakout there. Only thing was the 15 was inside. Giving it another try. 89.50 short. $10 hit. Stop loss break even hit. Getting a little wiki here. I was looking at Bank of America 38s yesterday. See what those are at. I think they were like 47 when I looked at them. Yeah, they're over 100% right now. Shoot, should have just taken it. Keeping an eye on NQ on the other screen for a sec while I look through these swings. Get rid of this. CVX bullish. Would look for a 2 up on the day though. MU longs, when is their earnings? July. Oh, they reported last week. So, oh, sorry, Morgan Stanley. There's gold continuing to go. It's going to have to reverse at some point, you'd think. Look at this oil, though. Tiny, tiny, tiny 5-minute, but it's just a straight down. ES trigger 2-2 reversal longs. Getting in longs here, 509. Missed my trim by a tick. All right. Finger on the close. See if this just goes. There it goes. All right, 10 points hit. Let's get 20, please. Let's act like we want to move. After this breaks, okay, I'm moving stops up to the current candles. Okay, well, it hit 20 points anyway. I was just doing that on the trim. All right, hard break even. Actionable 15, actionable 5. Looking for setups on the 1. Looking for 1 hours as well. Yeah, 53. Yep, I got that marked. After that, it's probably looking for fair value gaps. But to be honest, I mean, while this is moving by itself, we've got Mag 7 reporting here in the next couple weeks, starting with, I think, Tesla. I think Tesla's first. Yeah, they report this afternoon. So we got Tesla. Nvidia is not going to report until June or end of May. But we're entering earnings season. Microsoft's reporting Thursday. Meta's reporting Wednesday. So, which is good because I was expecting some chop. Google's reporting Thursday. I was expecting some chop heading into CPI or federal funds rate next Wednesday, but earnings could give us a little boost of volatility, which would be really nice. All right, taking off the rest of NQ here. Garrett, on your Expo toolkit, I often see a red line showing up as stop loss. Can you explain what that means? Yeah, I have that turned off, to be honest. And remember, my for everyone who doesn't know, the Expo toolkit's free. I think you just need a link to it. I think I have a link in the bio. If not, I can link it. But I have that turned off. It's supposed to give you entry, stop, and target for higher time frame charts. So, like, if there was a 1 hour time frame trigger right now, it would show me it. But it's good in theory. I don't really use it. I really wish I could see who's in here. I wish I could get Delta. Maybe if I pay for a Tradeovate account and then get their level 2, maybe I can get Delta on here. Really wish I could just get it on this platform so I can only trade on the others. But I was gonna try to get on CR chart this weekend, but it didn't end up happening. Um, which one is that? Which account is there? Yeah, I'm signing in on web to see if I do have it. Yeah, cumulative volume delta, CVD. Hmm. Yeah, I have their CVD. I believe that it's off just a little bit. It was pretty accurate. Here, I wonder. Wait, I should still have. This might cause a problem for my Ninja Trader, but I'm gonna sign into Addis and see if I can get it. I'm not looking at anything right now to get into on NQ. Oil would be a long, and that's the only thing out of the four I watch. So just on hands on butt right now. Okay, whatever. Update later. All right, where is my chart here? So here's side by side. Ooh, oh, it won't let me put it down below. Whatever. Here's side by side. This is level 2 data. Let me try to match it up. Looks like that's probably as matched up as it's gonna get. So this is level 2 data. So it's not horrible, right? We just looking at the peaks and valleys. Like this is a valley on Delta, but this is saying it's rising. And then we have a big pop, and it doesn't really show here. And then this was from 9:45 news, I'm assuming. Let me see. Yeah, 8:45. Oh, I'm on the wrong time zone. So 9:45 is the news, and then we have a peak here, valley, consolidation here, a valley, and then another peak. So it's worth having on your chart. It's just not perfect. Which, if I'm trading off of an indicator, I'd like it to be pretty darn perfect. Looks like we want to go 2 up. NVIDIA triggered 212 up. Just taking a peek over at the Mag 7. Let me throw Google on here. So SPY moving up. Nothing really lagging. I'm looking at NVIDIA longs. Grabbing some 850 calls at 4.45. Two and two up on NQ here. Almost broke out of that 15 to be a 2 up. I'm grabbing longs here, 36.75. See, let's go to it. There it goes. Yeah, my 20 points would be just beyond it. It's getting a little wicky up here. Taking it right before 9 points, stop loss break even. NVIDIA, huge move up. Let me get this in. So it counts as break even if I get stopped out, even though it's 1 point below 10. I'm pretty strict on that. 5.2 on NVIDIA. Stopped out on NQ. Get this off my screen. That is almost at 500. Oh, why did that not trade copy? That's tragic. Oh, what was that? Sorry. No, just the normal monthly ads, SPY and whatnot. Shoot, that stinks. But yeah, on the topic of, sorry, I was adding an ATM thing or tinkering with it. Um, I've been getting into more energy with, if I look at here, XLE has a pretty good drop down, and then XLU is making a pretty good pump up. So both of those have been on my watch for sure. Here comes that draw. There it is, wicked above. See if it's got enough juice to go. I'm probably waiting for this next 5 minute to go 2 up. As tempting as this is to play the breakout of 50s, might switch to my high risk account here. Holding over, so it looks like we should be targeting. We'll have an area of interest here. We'll say kind of between these two green lines. Oops. Actually, let me just draw a rectangle, goober. So here's an area of interest. Save this. So the reason this is an area of interest is because this is the area where we reached into for liquidity before making our most recent drop down, right? So if we get through this area, then it's fair value gaps, and then it's an order block, and then it's a draw on liquidity, kind of just all the way up. And if we're playing long, which I am looking right now, then it's valid longs, but we just got to be careful at each of these levels. Going to bounce from area of liquidity to area of liquidity. Technically valid longs. I'm just not ballsy enough to take it yet. Coming into this area of interest, I'd like to see it come back and retest the 50s, but we'll see. Tomorrow we've got 8:30 news, orange folder, then yellow folder at 10:30. Man, I should have taken that. I got to play the system. Feel like I'm chasing now if I take this though. 3.5 minutes left on this 5-minute candle, so valid for a long time. All right, let me look at other things for right now. ES kind of doing the same thing. NVIDIA flying. Taking some NVIDIA 7.4. Looking NQ. ES going over 5,100. Just a little nervous. NQ going to 600s. All right. Gold sell off. Oil sell off. Man, big oil sell off to 2. Continuation. Not a strat signal. What is going on there? Okay. New fiver coming in. Probably going to retrace a little, get more friends of ours, and then make the move up, and that's when I'll get in. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, YouTube. I'll get caught up here. Do you alert all your futures trades? And yes, I alert them. Yeah, for sure. What keeps you out of your struggles? Well, you'd have to be a little more specific than that. But I think one thing I've noticed from doing this first wave of Inner Circle is that people. I'm not the only one who's ever struggled with psychology, which is kind of a encouraging note. Obviously, I knew that, but it's interesting to see different people struggle with different parts of their psychology of trading. For me, I can take trade quantity, and I'm way more okay taking losses and then continuing to take losses than I am to take winners and continue to take winners. So what I've had to do is trade certain accounts with certain risk. For example, I'm up 2R on one of my accounts, and that they're done for the day. They're done up 2R or down 2R. And now if I want to trade, I'm trading on accounts that, I'm able to have bigger days, but those 2R, daily 2R accounts do pretty well. So, it's a lot of it is just a personal journey. You have to figure out what you're struggling with. And then just tell yourself, find ways to combat that. Another thing I struggle with a lot is I trade in the Asia session, which is not good. And I've blown many accounts trading the Asia session and lost a lot of money. Like when I was doing crypto years ago, I lost so much money after midnight, and it's just, silly because I'm a pretty darn good trader during the New York Stock Exchange hours. So I have to tell myself that and find ways to make myself not trade in those hours. And, my struggles aren't necessarily going to be yours, but the overall lesson is that you just have to know what your struggles are. Then, whether that's having somebody that would hold you accountable, or even just yourself, you got to treat this thing like a job. And sometimes it's hard for us to do that. Whenever I want to do something that I know is probably not logical, I would ask myself, if I had somebody looking behind me while I'm trading, would they let me take that trade? And if the answer is no, then I try not to take that trade. Jesse, what % of your position do you normally take trim at 10 points? About half. Link the toolkit for us. It's in the description. In some oil longs, got quick profit earlier. Nice. Look at NVIDIA. Nice. Yeah. NVIDIA's going. Well, it's pulling back a little bit right now, but could you explain the zones again a little slower? Well, you can review them. I think you're talking about these ones, but I would encourage you to look back at the live stream to see how I drew them, and then I explained each one. I just got killed in the chop, had about 10 trades come back to my entry, then it breaks me as I try to fade. Yeah, I gotta not trade the chop. What I've done recently is, stratters want to see full time from continuity, and when we do that, we see green or red. What I like more than that is to see if it's in force, meaning it's above the candles, prior candles, high or low. And what I found is my win rate skyrockets, my risk reward skyrockets, and my trade quantity plummets, which is a good thing. I still take like 3-4 trades a day, maybe even 5, depending on if I catch a runner or not. Yesterday I took, I think, 5, and then I had 2 1-hour trades. So you can still find quantity. You just, there were days in February, which this will just be ingrained in my mind forever. I had days where I had 12 to 15 trades a day, and there's just not yes, there are 12 setups, but there are not 12 A plus setups a day. So I'm done risking my money on those C setups. Sometimes I'll take a stab with a B setup. I might have done it today, but A plus setups are obviously where it's at. Joseph said, what I noticed through backtesting and also trading today is waiting every time for a 15-minute setup before I enter is like a 20% loss. You mean like a 80% win rate? Or like, yeah, I assume that's what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I waited for, you mean, yeah, if the 15's not inside, Danny was, I think Danny, I don't see Danny in here, but Danny was looking at that too. He added it to his back testing, or his journal that we review, and he's added the inside bar, and on most of if not all of his losses, it's the 15-minute was inside. Now if the 15-minute is green and inside, then I don't always have a problem with that. But if you want to be super selective, then just waiting for that 15 to be directional and then taking in-force candles above that. Like for example, let's look at the 9:45 candle when my trade window opens up. Above the prior candle's high was 50 points, right? 50 points above the prior candle's high. Below was 29.5. So I missed out on maybe 29.5 points, but there was an opportunity for 50 points. Obviously, if I had the perfect entry. Next candle, oops, that's volume profile. Next candle was 7.5, so not as good. But then the next candle was 35.75. And this is just assuming you're entering on that one candle, right? So then let's say you took this 3-2 yesterday at 9:45. You would have been able to capture about, 87.5 points before maybe getting stopped out at 22.5. There's a lot of points to capture when a candle is directional. Here's the 12 o'clock candle, 65.25 points on a 3-2 setup. I'm sure that we could find 20 points out of that. And really, I think that's another problem that a lot of people struggle with is you don't need to go and grab 100 points a day. Like grab 20 points a day, 20 points profit a day. On one NQ, that's $400. On one account over the course of a year, that's almost $100,000 a year on one account. And these firms will give you, combined across all the reputable ones, they'll give you upwards of 30 accounts. So, the goal is not to grab 100 points a day. The goal is to make profit on what you can, and stabilization. Something I sent a close trading buddy of mine last night is, I think that, and I'm kind of getting deep here, but I think that a mindset that I've struggled with is being on the offense in trading, when I think it needs to shift to playing defense. Like I need to just be sitting here and waiting for a setup to smack me in the face that it's so good that I have to take it. A 2-1-2 is one of those. Here's one, right? 2-2 reversal, probably pretty good. 3-2 here, pretty darn good. But if there's nothing out, like I'm not interested at all in this. I'm totally fine just running out the clock on my trading day. I missed out on gold. I was about to get in here at 23.3, but didn't end up happening. But yeah, like I'm just not interested in taking trades that aren't A+ setups or great trades. And I think that comes with a mindset shift to playing defense when you're trading and not playing offense. A lot of people would be tempted right now to short, and I don't think short's the move. Not until we're under the last 15-minute candle's low. After we're under this low, then sure, shorts are valid. But right now, especially with a new 15 and a new 5-er, absolutely not. So there's a 2-1-2 setup here short. Could it yield profit? It's probably going to. Now it's valid on the 5, but it's not valid for the 15 for another 10 points or so. So just shifting that mindset to being a lot more selective has helped me since those days when I was taking 12 setups a day. What's an A plus setup versus a B? A plus would be when the 15 is above its prior candle, high or low. The 5 is as well, and then there's a 1 minute setup. Can you use a trade copier with MFFU? I assume so. I have, so I hope so. I have not heard of a prop firm not allowing that. Missed your thoughts on gold. Could you repeat it? Sorry, I was looking short. I am looking short on, or I would be. I'm not interested in gold right now. New to following you, loving the strat so far. Do you think it can be successful in Asia or London sessions? I need to backtest more late night and early mornings. It could be. I would stick to like the 15-minute chart at the lowest. I wouldn't trade the 5, and I wouldn't trade Asia session. I would trade London. But I mean, most strategies can be successful as long as you're trading them with proper risk management. That's obviously the key to the puzzle here. So valid shorts now. All right, tagged in short, 59.25. Bouncing off this fair value gap. See how this candle closes, but not going to keep this one for a full 20 for sure. Taking that off 7 points. Still interested short here, definitely for the next 10 minutes. New 5 coming in. Taking this short 58.50. Stops to 10 points. Stopped out there. It's unfortunate. Danny said, just booted everything up with it being 2-2 up on the day. Would you be more long biased after that move of post news? Yeah, I haven't really let the day mess with my bias too much. I'm really just looking at the 5 and 15. Valid longs here now. Looking long here above this inside bar. I will take a 2-1-2 up. Gonna wait for it to break the prior candle as well. 97.50 is my, all right, filled in 97.50. Or sorry, 87.50. 97.50 is where my limit is at. Taking this off at 4 points. Well, 3 points looks like. Yeah, I think I paper handed that one. Unfortunately, I think that is the case. I saw it go literally to like 2 ticks from my stop or my TP. Oh well. This is a day where I'm taking wins and counting them as break evens and not just losses. Evens out. Hey Mario. Yeah. Yep. It's a 10-point stop or a 10-point trim, 20-point trim auto taken. And then it moves stop loss break even up at 10 points. No, it just keeps it at break even after I go up 10 points. Yeah. So when I go take my first trim, it's always stop loss break even, and then this just does it automatically for me. It's very, very nice. Keeps all the the manual mess ups to a minimum. Yeah. We did not like that 600. Is it a thing? It is a thing. It's more the liquidity sweep is what did it, not just because we double topped. If we look here, we literally went like 2 ticks above break even, or 2 ticks above prior high. Plus, it's 11 o'clock. This is a nasty drop right now. Valid shorts everywhere. Need to wait for a 1 minute setup though. Short 45.75. Got the 2 down. Closing Nvidia in profits. Looking at Q puts. I'm going to paper hand this and get out of NQ for now. Pretty much counteracted that break even I had earlier. I'm looking at shorts still, but probably going to be looking at the put side of it first. Let me all right. Inside bar here. This is kind of what I was looking for. Short here, 47.25. Enforce on the 5 or on the 15 still. So, and this is a 10-point stop. Immediately 10 points. And if I stop out here, I'll be done. Looking to add under my entry though. Yeah, there's a stop out. All right, all done for today. Still green. Had a couple scalps that were way pretty nice on that drop. Might get a 2-2 reversal here though. I would wait for the 15 to be a 3-2 down before, or sorry, the 5 to be a 3-2 down before taking anything. This is a pretty big 1 minute candle. 93 to 59. So what's that, like 35 points, 40 points? So pretty big fair value gap it's got to fill. But that is it for me today. I will see you all here tomorrow. Pretty good day. We do have 8:30 news tomorrow morning. No news to watch out for during the trading time unless you trade oil. 10:30. There is crude oil inventories. We do have GDP quarter over quarter on Thursday. Pending home sales as well at 10 o'clock on Thursday. I will not be here Friday, but there is PCE on at 8:30 on Friday. Next week is federal funds rate. We have earnings almost every day. In the afternoon, there's going to be a big name reporting for the next week or two at least. So if you aren't already, make sure you're watching out for earnings. Don't get in any overnighters that have earnings unless you're trying to gamble a little bit. Trying to see the trying to find earnings whisperer here. Earnings whisperer. Taking a look here. Yeah, Tesla, Visa, Spotify, UPS did this morning. Boeing tomorrow morning. AT&T as well. Chipotle after close. Meta, IBM, Ford. Microsoft Thursday after the close. Roku as well. Caterpillar is in the morning. Southwest is in the morning. American Airlines in the morning. Royal Caribbean in the morning. And Friday, ExxonMobil, CVX, so Chevron, Charter. That's everybody I really look at. So tons of earnings this week. So we should have some good volatility ending the week. So I will see y'all here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. If you're going to keep trading, use stop losses. Don't blow your account one trade. That's silly. I'll see y'all here tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.